How to use infinite banking as an investment. Hi, I'm Sunny Mitra, founder of Bright Horizons Wealth. We teach entrepreneurs and go-getters like you how to own their financial future with the concept of infinite banking. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we come out with brand new videos twice a week. Stay tuned to the end of the video to get a valuable tool today that will increase your savings easily and effortlessly. So today's topic is how to use infinite banking as an investment. Now, to kick us off, people always ask, can I use infinite banking as an investment? And the answer is yes. An investor generally prefers liquidity for his investment, safety of his funds, and minimization of risk with maximization of return, and infinite banking has it all. Moreover, once we get going, from the financial standpoint, we are no longer dependent on banks and financial institutions to finance our lifestyle because we can finance it ourselves. Before considering any kind of investment, you need to consider these 5 points, which are basically 5 fundamental characteristics of an investment, and you should ask, number 1, a return. Will it give me a good rate of return, preferably more than the inflation rate? Number 2, risk. Will I get a guaranteed rate of return untouched by the market volatility? Number 3, safety. How safe is it? Are there any chances for me to lose this money? Number 4, liquidity. Will I have the access to this money if I need it? And number 5, taxes. How much money I can save in taxes with this investment? One of our clients said, once we were introduced to investing, it really opened our eyes to creative ways of financing and how to use the power of leverage to make more money, which really got us into another level of finances because it just allowed us to get a better lifestyle. And that was amazing. And we continued to grow throughout our financial journey. We just kept learning all these amazing techniques on how we could become more in control of our finances. Now, let's examine them one by one. Number 1, return. All investments are characterized by the expectation of a return. In fact, investments are made with the primary objective of deriving a return, and a good solid whole life policy should give you at least 4% guaranteed interest in perpetuity. What I mean is, it should not fluctuate from year to year. We should also ask if we have a prospect of getting a dividend check at the end of the year. And inside a whole life policy, yes, it is a possibility. Number 2, risk. Risk is inherent in any investment. The risk may relate to loss of capital, delay in repayment of capital, no payment of interest, or variability of returns. While some investments like government securities and bank deposits are almost riskless, others are riskier. First of all, you know that when we talk about the infinite banking concept, we talk about a whole life insurance policy. Infinite banking is just a concept. A cash value whole life policy is the vehicle that drives infinite banking inside it. So when you are investing your money inside a whole life policy, it is just like you are buying a CD from the bank, which does not involve any risk. Safety. The safety of an investment implies the certainty of return of capital without loss of money or time. Safety is another feature which investors desire for her investment. Every investor expects to get back her capital on maturity without loss and without delay. Let's compare your whole life policy with a bank CD once again. If you buy a 5-year bank CD, you know for sure that upon its maturity, you will get all your money back. Here also in a whole life policy, if you go back to the company after 5 years and ask, how much money do I have there in my account? The answer will be 100%. Liquidity, an investment which is easily sellable or marketable without loss of money and without loss of time, is said to possess liquidity. Some investment instruments like preference shares and debentures are marketable, but there are no buyers in many cases and hence their liquidity is negligible. Equity shares of companies listed on stock exchanges are easily marketable through the stock exchanges, and infinite banking solves this problem. Say for example, you open an account with them today. In the very second month, you will have access to 60% of your money without any penalty. And number 5, taxes. You cannot talk about any investment without talking about taxes, right? And even with the so-called good investments, which boasts for their tax deferred status, you will have to pay taxes on them in the later years when you withdraw the money. But here in a whole life policy, you can have access to your policy anytime that you want without tax consequences. On the top of it, when you retire, a whole life policy can supplement your retirement check tax-free. To learn more about it, please watch our 1-hour masterclass which goes in details there. Just click on the link below for the masterclass and you will be there. As most of you know by now that I started my career as a banker and continued there for 10 years, and I realized through my studies with infinite banking how much programmed I was to rely on the banks, rely on their third-party institutions to finance everything that I needed in life. And all I was doing was working super hard to pay them every single month, and I wasn't being able to utilize my own money because it was already accounted for every month going to somebody else. And it was really a smack in the face for me realizing that I had spent so much time being dependent. Oh, by the way, did I tell you the most important factor about infinite banking that separates it from the crowd? Here you go. The secret of infinite banking can be summed up in 2 simple words: recapture and reinvest. Yes, instead of paying all that interest to those banks year after year, if you could just recapture them and turn around and invest it inside your own family bank, it will bring your financial freedom faster than anything else. So, to recap all the points that we talked so far, these are the 5 things we primarily look for in an investment: return, risk, safety, liquidity, and taxes. And since infinite banking has it all on their good side and the death benefit comes as an extra perk, do you think it's a good idea to have a close look at infinite banking as an investment? So, what is the valuable tool for today? For those of you who might have heard the name of this book but never had the time to get around to it, if you want to be really good at investing, read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So that's about it for today. Now I have a question for you. What is the one thing you got from this video today? Please let us know in the comment section. It will help us improve our message. Thank you for watching our video today. If you want to learn more about it, check out our free on-demand masterclass which explains it in a more in-depth setting. Please give us a like, subscribe and share it with your family. Check out our next video, how she made 24% using infinite banking. And don't forget to own your financial future or someone else will.